development, impair learning, and increase the risk of later substance abuse and mental health issues. Talk to your kids about cannabis. Set clear boundaries. Most of all, be a role model. Be cannabis smart to stay cannabis safe. Learn more at cannabissafe.nj.gov.
Hey, can you grab the jelly?
Sure. What? Why? Is there a fan in the fridge?
Oh, yeah. Isn't it great? Now every time we open the fridge, it cools down the house. Who needs AC?
If you're looking for ways to save, Pico has energy answers, like heating and cooling rebates for switching to eligible Energy Star equipment to make your home or business more efficient, so you can save energy and money.
Cool, right?
No, not cool.
For even more ways to save for your home or business, visit pico.com/ways to save.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
In honor of Black Music Month, this is Trans Afro Express, a celebration of African, Caribbean, and African American music.
We've got to get the individualism again so we can get the music back. Everybody sounding alike, and that's terrible what's happening in the music business today. There's no variation of people now.
This is James Brown, a Barnwell, South Carolina-born, Augusta, Georgia-raised singer, band leader, godfather of soul, and master of funk, whose choreography was as electrifying as his music. While James Brown's roots were in gospel and blues, the functification of his sound influenced artists from around the world, including Fela Kuti, Mick Jagger, and Michael Jackson. His influence on hip-hop is unmatched. He remains one of the genre's most sampled artists. This Black Music Month, we celebrate the artists of the diaspora who influenced the world. This Black Music Month vignette was brought to you by PICO, the Pennsylvania Lottery, Comcast, Keystone First, and Ensemble Arts. For more information on the Trans Afro Express, join us for our live event on June 14th at World Cafe Live. After June 14th, check out the panel discussion on soundcloud.com/on WURD. We are the home of progressive Black Talk Media. This is WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM, Philadelphia. Streaming online on wordradio.com and the Word Radio app. The views and opinions expressed by the guests, listeners, and hosts of any program on Word Radio do not necessarily reflect those of the ownership, management, or advertisers of this station.
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
All right, people, write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter.
L. O. G.
What's that? What?
It's time. It's time to have real, honest, open, difficult, and inspiring conversations. It's time for Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome to Love and Life with Carol Riddick, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. Welcome to this terrific Tuesday that is. I pray that all is well in your world. I absolutely do. Yes, I do. And I hope that you are staying hydrated and cool in this heat. Heavens to Murgatroyd, because it was sweltering today, right? Ooh. Family, if you are joining us, let us know. Let us know. You can do so by giving us a call at 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. I've got a feel good story for you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So in 2020, Christian Cooper, a black bird watcher, was in a wooded area of New York City's Central Park called the Ramble. He was just enjoying his lifelong passion for bird watching when a woman threatened to call 911 on him after he asked her to put her dog back on its leash, as were the park rules. So she became very upset and she called the police and said that there was an African American man threatening her life. Now, all the while, this Harvard educated gentleman recorded the incident on his smartphone. So he posted it on social media, and by doing so, it became national news. Now, he was subsequently asked to host a birding show on National Geographic, right? While the woman was fired from her job as an investment manager. His bird watching show has now won an Emmy. And Christian Cooper, the victim of the racial profiling incident, has since produced a book, a television show, and a graphic novel series. Talk about out of every bag comes some good, right? Right? Right. I know that. I know that. I have our Black History 365 moment ready for you as well. Yes, I do. So, as it reads, despite what you read in some history books, Representative Shirley Chisholm was not in 1972 the first African American candidate to run for president of the United States. In 1904, George Edwin Taylor, often forgotten in the discussion of Black American political pioneers, ran for president as the candidate of the National Negro Liberty Party, sometimes referred to as the National Liberty Party. A journalist by trade, Taylor, who lived in Iowa, gained distinction, according to the Tacoma Washington Times, on August 17th, 1904, as a leader in the Republican National Convention of 1892, to which he was an alternate delegate at large from his state. The next campaign, though, he was delegate at large to the Democratic Convention. Family, that is today's Black History 365 moment. Yes, it is. I want to take this time to wish a happy birthday to all of our love lights who are celebrating. Happy birthday to you. Yes, indeed. And I'm also sending love, extra love, and hugs to all of our love lights whose lights are shining even the least bit dimly today. We just want you to know that your entire tribe and village are here for you. And we want you to know that you've got our support. Okay? All right. Let's get started. We've got a lot going on tonight. Family, I see some of our love lights are checking in though. Oh, we can't. Don't think I don't see you. Don't think I don't see you. Our love light, Joanne Dorman is checking in. She's sending love to the entire family. We receive it. We send it right back to you. Malcolm is as well. Malcolm White, watching and listening from West Mount Airy, he shares. And Eric shares, hey, Nick, Niall, and Carol. How's everybody doing on this hot, terrific Tuesday, isn't it? He shares that he's watching Love and Life on YouTube and he's commenting on Facebook. Well, I love it. I love it. Trying to stay cool and hydrated, as I hope you are. Michelle White, she says, hey there, Word family, sending you love. And Nasir, brother Nasir Butler, sends peace and blessings. Thanks. That's right. Okay, so let's get started. I was sharing. Let's get started. Our first guest this evening is no stranger to the family. Chris Miller, that is, who is the executive vice president for the African American History Museum in Philadelphia, right here in Philly, known as AMP, as we all know, the first institution funded and built by a major municipality to preserve, interpret, and exhibit the heritage of African Americans. Family, I welcome you to the conversation with Chris Miller. Hi there, Chris. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be on with you, Carol.
It's a pleasure to have you here. It truly is. You know, we love when our AMP family comes to visit. We love that.
Well, we love to visit. We appreciate the support and the continued partnership that we fostered. So just looking forward to great things to come.
Well, you're not alone, Chris. You are not alone. Okay. So, Chris, you all have something going on. Oh. I love your events. I love the events that you all produce. Every event that I've been able to attend has always been an enjoyable one. And I know that this event that you're about to share with us is no different. You see me jumping right in, right? I want the family to know. I want them to know what's going on. So please share with us, Chris, what is taking place?
Well, tomorrow, as you know, Juneteenth is upon us. The celebration of Juneteenth, we have our Juneteenth block party, which will be an outstanding event. We have a vendor village where you can come out and see some great products, Black-owned vendors that we will have there. And then we have entertainment, local entertainment, but we have a headliner that's coming that we're excited about, and that is Kid and Play. So you can hola, roll and roll with Kid and Play. You can do it up and close and personal tomorrow, Juneteenth, where right behind the museum from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then we also have a wonderful discussion, shattering glass discussion that will follow as well.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so let me make sure I got this right. From 12 until 5 p.m., AMP is hosting a Juneteenth, is it block party?
It's a block party, yes. It's a block party right there at the intersection of 7th. And then, of course, Arch right behind us. And so we have that whole area. That's the area we've been. If you visited us previously, it's in the same area, but we do have a larger footprint, though. I will say that. Mm-hmm. And so we're excited because we're extending it out to the 8th Street as well.
See, then that sounds like so much fun. First of all, a block party. Once you say the words block party, I mean, that's just fun right there. And we have Kid and Play. So we can get out there and hola together. We can
you can have your kick step ready, all that. Yes, we're gonna have a good time. And I'd be remiss. I mean, we also have Rich Medina that will be spinning on the ones and twos. We have a host of artists from Sierra Nicole, Suede Lace, Kai Davis is a poet that will be also taking the stage. And so we have a lineup that is outstanding and everyone's going to enjoy themselves. We got water stations because I heard you talking about how hot it is.
Yes.
So we make sure that our guests are hydrated. So we will have water stations throughout the block for people to partake of.
I just love this. I love this. Family. Now, I don't recall. You all didn't host a block party last year, did you?
This is actually going, if I recall, this will be the 3rd year for AMP hosting a block party, and it has been bigger and better every year.
See that? You know, I remember us talking about an event, but I didn't remember it being a block party. Well, look, see, you hear that? That's how much fun. I have too much fun when I go to events. But for those of you, family, who have just joined us, let me just say welcome. You know, you're always welcome. Hey, you. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Chris Miller of AMP. You say AMP, what is that? Shame on you. The African American History Museum of Philadelphia, in Philadelphia. That's right. That's exactly what it is. And we're talking about the Juneteenth block party that AMP will host tomorrow from noon until 5 p.m. block party, y'all. I keep saying it because you just know how much fun that is. Just the word itself. There will be live performances. We'll have some vendors as well. Oh, see. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You said Soraya Nicole, Kid and Play. You said Rich Medina, DJ Rich Medina, whom we all know and love. You said Suede Lace. I mean, do you hear this? Do you hear? Oh, wait. And the most important thing to include with all of that are the water stations.
Absolutely. Got to stay hydrated.
Absolutely. I do see that some more of our family members are checking in, and you know I'm going to acknowledge you. Norm McGowan. Hey, Norm. Is sharing blessings to everybody. You know we receive them and we send them right back to you. Craig is checking in too. Hey, Craig, and that beautiful wife of yours. Hello, you two. Happy to have you join us as always. Heather Wilson, one of our love bugs. Hey, Heather. She says, hey, word family, and our love light Diane Facette. She said, yes, yes, drink that water. Yeah, you know what? I have a bottle, my bottle. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Normally I have my little cup. I said, I have my little, like this little chalice like type thing. No, I didn't even, I just said, I'm just going to keep it in the bottle. I'm staying hydrated and I hope that you are too. I hope that you are also enjoying the weather though. I hope you're staying cool and hydrated, but enjoying yourself. And speaking about enjoying yourselves, there's no better place to be than tomorrow from noon until 5 at the African American Museum right here in Philadelphia at the Juneteenth block party. So you said every year it grows, it gets bigger, and it gets better. Why is it as important to you all to host this particular event?
It's important for us to have an understanding while we are celebrating, to understand that there's a historical narrative that many of us, it's been omitted, throughout our education about the making of America. And it's Juneteenth. But there's many things. Definitely, I want to encourage people to know more about Juneteenth because I know there was a lot of questions from a lot of people, when it became a national holiday. I've personally been celebrating Juneteenth since 2006. And it's an opportunity for us to look at this piece of history that the origins are in Galveston, Texas, but it goes beyond the border of Texas. And it's an important piece of our history that we need to know more about, and we need to also carve out time to celebrate our heroes.
Sure.
Most importantly, the men that served during the Civil War. I want you to imagine right quickly, if everyone could, if you're enslaved and seeing Union soldiers coming in, Black men armed in uniform, bringing a message of freedom and liberation. That it's a wonderful sight when you sit back and think about it. And that's what happened in Galveston, Texas on June 19th in 1865. But it happened through many different areas throughout the Confederate States as well.
So I'm curious to know, will there be panel discussions tomorrow as well?
We will actually have an outstanding panel discussion at 6 p.m. and it's shattering the glass ceiling. With Soledad O'Brien will be the moderator. And we will also have an outstanding panel where we will be in conversation about the role of women. We're celebrating right on 100th mayor of being breaking that glass ceiling. And so we're going to have a conversation about that. And we also observing that there's throughout many cities and throughout the country, we see women taking leadership roles in political life. And so it's an opportunity for us to have that conversation. So you see the actual freedom that we're celebrating in work through these actions in political life.
Now, one other question. Is there an admission fee for the block party?
The Black Party is free, just as the holiday is free. It is free. We want to encourage people to come celebrate with us. The conversation that will happen, please hang around for that. That is completely free. We do have the museum will be open from 10 to 5. But that is booked because we require, because of capacity concerns, we had to register in advance. But we will have a designated walk-up area to where our guests can check to see if there's any capacity, any availability between. They can check at that checking point at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m.
I love it. So now, is all of this information on the website as well?
Yes, you can go to aampmuseum.org to see the listing of what we have in store for tomorrow, but you can also see what we have upcoming as well, even following Juneteenth.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Because like I said, there's always something exciting, amazing, educational, inspirational going on at the museum. The programming is just, I mean, it really is exceptional. I so applaud you all. I really do. And appreciate you. One of our family members has a comment. Eric is sharing. Hello there, Chris. Thank you for joining the WURD family. Did I see you recently at the Doc's Thrash exhibit with the amazing Ms. DJ Duckett? DJ. And you know what when you saw me pause, you heard me pause, right? And I said, wait a minute. Because I did that the last time. Oh, DJ, don't get me, please. Don't get me.
I was there at the Doc's Thrash exhibit. And if you're able to come visit us through the summer, Doc's Thrash, imprint Doc's Thrash will be open all the way to August 4th. So it is a brilliant example of entrepreneurship and creativity that came right out of here, out of Philadelphia. With the legacy of Doc's Thrash. And so it's an outstanding exhibit, which is in Gallery 3 and 4. So so I hope, I don't remember who exactly asked that question, but come out and join us. I hope to see you again with us and celebrate tomorrow with us.
Family, do you hear that? You hear all of this goodness? All of this goodness. So that is tomorrow. The African American Museum in Philadelphia is hosting the Juneteenth block party. This is the third, is it? Third or fourth?
This is the third year, yes.
The third Juneteenth block party at AMP. It will take place from noon until 5 p.m., but there will be an exciting panel discussion that will follow, to which we are all invited, but we must register. If I'm not mistaken, you could say that because of we don't have to register for that?
No, the conversation will be following the Juneteenth block party. So in between, while we're doing this transition, Rich Medina will be on the ones and twos. So you will have music that will be playing. I think I heard a rumor, and I'm not quite sure, but I think we're trying to get the largest electric slide. I think.
We've been charged, Philly. Tri-state. Let me say that.
I guess, and you can pick. Could be electric slide. It could be Cupid Shuffle. I'm not quite sure, but
okay.
So there will be time for people to just enjoy ourselves. I think the one thing about it is it's important to know our history, reflect upon our history. Absolutely. But Black joy is something real. It is something empowering about it. And so it's opportunities to get together, love on each other, and celebrate life. As I look at, love and life, you got to live. Yeah.
You better live. You better listen. You had better live. Live it to the fullest. Chris, thank you so much for coming, just stopping by to share this with us, this exciting event. Eric says he knew that was you. He said that event was and is amazing. So thank you, family. There you have it, from noon until 5. The block party will take place, and then there will be an exciting panel discussion that will follow immediately. That's the Juneteenth block party at AMP, the African American Museum in Philadelphia, taking place tomorrow on Juneteenth. Okay. Thank you, Chris. Family, listen, the phone lines are always open, as you know, because you're always invited to the conversation. And feel free to continue to comment on our socials. We're going to take a commercial break, but I'm coming right back. Chris has got to go, but I'm coming right back. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Tanya Pendleton, the host of Reality Check, airing Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Word Radio. Join me as I talk to newsmakers and noisemakers in politics, sports, entertainment, culture, and tech. We'll take deep dives into stories from Philadelphia and beyond. Tune in at 10 a.m. Monday through Thursday on Word Radio for your daily Reality Check.
My grandma could always tell when I was into something dangerous. She used to say, mess around if you want to, you gonna fool around and find out. She was right. And nothing good ever came from ignoring her advice. That's exactly how I feel when I hear somebody telling me to vote for Trump or just not vote at all. It wasn't that long ago that our parents and grandparents had to fight in the streets for basic civil rights. We can't forget where we've come from or how quickly things can go back if we don't stand up for our rights and the rights of the next generation. Joe Biden, he's not perfect, but the choice is clear. Our votes elected Biden, and he's shown up. Billions in loans to Black small businesses, banned police chokeholds and federal no-knock warrants, canceled $167 billion in student loan debt.
Let's get this done.
Our votes have the power to determine our future. Make it count or fool around and find out. Paid for by Black Pac, which is responsible for the content of this ad. BlackPac.com, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
If you're worried about losing your health insurance through Medicaid, we have great news for you. New government regulations have expanded the Affordable Care Act. And now you may qualify to get health insurance for you and your family through the Affordable Care Act. Call now to learn if you qualify. We know the healthcare regulations regarding Medicaid, and we've helped thousands of people find quality, affordable health insurance. Plus, all our research is free to you. So call us. With just one call, we'll shop from hundreds of different insurance companies to find you the right affordable health insurance plan. So if you're worried about losing your Medicaid insurance, call right now. Speak with a licensed agent and find how you may qualify for a new health insurance plan.
800-275-7851. 800-275-7851. 800-275-7851. That's 800-275-7851. Paid for by the Health Insurance Hotline.
Word Radio will be celebrating Juneteenth at the African American Museum of Philadelphia. Join Word and AMP on Wednesday, June 19th for an all-day family-friendly outdoor festival hosted by me, Tiffany Bacon, and Andrea Lawful Sanders. There will be entertainment, games, education, prizes, and more. Visit ampmuseum.org for more information on free admission to explore the museum's new exhibit imprint, Doc's Thrash. The Juneteenth block party is free, open to the public, and takes place on Arch between 7th and 8th Streets. Tanya Pendleton will be broadcasting live from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. for a special edition of Reality Check. So tune in, watch live, or meet us at AMP for another wonderful Juneteenth celebration.
It's too black, which means it's too strong.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black talk media, WURD.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, progressive Black talk media.
I think I know what love is.
And we are back. Welcome back, family. Welcome back to Love and Life with Carol Riddick, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. I see that Raphael is checking in. Hey there, Raphael. So happy to have you join us as always. Raphael Suleiman, that is. We have some family members on the phone lines. James, how are you? And welcome to the conversation.
Hey, good evening. How you doing, Miss Carol?
Good evening. I am well, thank you.
Nick, what's going on? As far as the festivities that has been going on in Philadelphia, all weekend, past Sunday, I was down doing that. I got off work and I went back. I went the first time and I went home to change, went back. And it was beautiful. We need a bigger venue, y'all.
We've been saying that for a while, right? We've been talking about.
We need bigger venues, girl.
But you know what? It's something about that space that I just love it in that space. Maybe it might be familiarity for me. Maybe that's what it is. I'm just used to it being there.
And as far as tomorrow, Kid and Play, come on.
I know.
Well, come on, this ain't gonna be off the hook. You know I'm coming straight from work. I'm gonna have to double back.
Oh my goodness! I said, "Oh, I love Kid and Play."
Who else to represent? I mean, the block party,
Come on.
museum. Come on. But it should bring everybody. It's bringing on hip hop for life, just like Word Radio.
I love it.
I love it. I love it too, girl. Once again, I love you all. And y'all have a pleasant evening. I'll talk to y'all later.
We love you more, James. Thank you. We've got Craig online too. Hey there, Craig. Welcome to the conversation, and thank you for calling.
Hello, how you doing?
I am well. How are you?
I can't complain.
I know that.
And enjoying the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I have something the guys were just saying. They had Corinne Jean-Pierre on.
Okay.
A second ago, right?
Okay. Yes.
And I disagree with how they're I guess presenting Corinne Jean-Pierre because she is very lackluster. She is very incoherent. Every question you ask her, I'm not going to answer that. I haven't answered that. And she's not good. She gets over because she's black and she's a woman. So it's anytime people critique her, oh, you don't want to see it, but no, I want to hear an answer. People are sitting in there asking you questions and you refuse to answer.
Okay.
If I did that at my job, I would get fired.
You felt that she was evasive. Okay.
She's very evasive all the time. It's been for months, her whole time there.
Craig, let me ask you this. Craig, because I'm going to pivot for a moment because we don't want that. We don't want that conversation. We don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about Juneteenth. We want to talk about celebrating us. That's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about good stuff. Now, I understand because I'm not discounting how you feel or what you feel about how you feel. But in this moment, we're talking about some good stuff. What are you going to do for Juneteenth tomorrow? What are you going to do to celebrate? What are you going to do to represent us?
I have no idea. Juneteenth, I didn't lose my mind about it. I don't really recognize it, to be honest.
Okay.
It's new. It's about how the blacks didn't know that they were free.
Okay, so Juneteenth, the holiday itself is new, but the emancipation is not new. There's nothing new about that. You don't want to celebrate that?
No.
Okay.
No, not the way that they're doing.
No. Now, that wasn't my question. I said, do you want to celebrate it? Not the way someone else is celebrating it. Do you want to recognize Juneteenth or celebrate it? That was my question.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My phone clicked out.
No problem whatsoever. Listen, Craig, this is the conversation for another time because I've got some exciting and extraordinary guests that I need to bring into the room that I want you to know. Okay? But I thank you for calling, Love Light. I sure do. I so appreciate you calling.
All right.
Have a good one. Enjoy Juneteenth. All right. Have a good night. Family. So listen. I was just sharing with Craig, and I'm going to share with you too. I want you to meet these two exceptional young women that we have for you to converse with. Well, I'm going to converse with them. Well, you're going to communicate with them. They are Christin Austin Evans and Annette Kennedy Harris. They are the owners of Philly Shared, which is a curated retail showroom at Willow Grove Park Mall. Yes, that provides products from small Black-owned businesses and local artisans in the tri-state area. And guess what? Let me tell you about God. divine orchestration, I call it, because I was in there just a few weeks ago and did not even know. I did not know Niall was working in the background. He was talking, he was already on it. He was already on it. So, family, I invite you to the conversation with both Christin and Annette. Hey there, ladies. Where are they? Where are the ladies? Where are the ladies? Let's see if we can do this again. There they are. Hi, ladies. How are you?
How are you?
You know what? It's a pleasure to have you here. And
it's a pleasure to be here.
Y'all hear me? I'm on 10 because I'm so excited to share with our family that I was there. I was there. I was in the store. I made my little purchase. But I was happy to just stumble upon because I was unaware. I just happened to stumble upon. So I'm just, kudos to you. Kudos to the both of you on the establishment, on being business owners, entrepreneurs, on being Black girls that rock. Just kudos.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. So before we get into the story even more, can you share individually just a little bit about yourselves, from where you come, where you grew up, all that good stuff?
Well, I'm Christin, or Chrissy. I grew up in the Germantown area of Philadelphia, and I'm with my partner Annette Kennedy, and we're here to do what we feel like we need to do for small businesses and entrepreneurs, and creating these platforms and places and spaces for them to thrive.
I love that. Thank you, Christy and Annette.
Yeah, so my name is Annette Kennedy Harris. And again, I am from West Philly. So we bring a nice balance of both, West and Uptown. So that definitely helps. But we're just super excited to be able to do what we're doing at the capacity that we're doing it, to be able to support, small businesses in the tri-state.
Seriously, you know what? To your point, because it's a beautiful store. Beautiful store. I mean, that we all know the Willow Grove Mall Park, and I'm telling you, I was walking. I met a friend of BFF of mine. Mm-hmm. She and I got together for lunch. We were just walking and talking, and we both said, "Wait, what is this? What is this?" Yeah. And it was such a nice experience. So again, thank you for looking out for other businesses.
I mean, it's so important that, we associate luxury to small Black businesses. We want you to have a good experience. We believe in engagement. We believe in community. So it's extremely important, for people to be able to come in and engage and really, sample products and smell candles. Mm-hmm. And, we've really, especially post-pandemic, it was extremely important for us to bring that back into the mall. Especially when now we have all of these businesses that we're able to share, and that's where we got Philly Shared from. We wanted to share the beautiful parts of Philadelphia with everyone else.
I was asking. That question was coming. It was coming. I was going to say. Yes. I do love the name too. I love that. And here you are. You're saying, as a result of the pandemic, you all started thinking of everybody else.
Yes,
I commend you for that. Like, how did that come about? Like, what?
we had our own selfish reasons, right? Because we were like, listen, we need to be outside.
Yeah,
sick, right?
Right.
And we felt like we had so many shared experiences and corporate background, and we kind of just felt like, how can we, we were open to bartering. We were open to how can we get everyone to come together, and what can we share with one another to kind of build community within our community so that people know that we exist.
Wow.
And that's kind of how that was started.
And we had so many different friends and associates who we saw were, the pandemic spawned so many creators and makers, and we were seeing it in real time. And a lot of us left our corporate jobs, and we were like, how can we create some space where these people can all come together and celebrate each other?
I love that. Wait, so do you all host? You have events? Do you have
do?
What?
We do. So we're actually known for our events.
We started with the events.
Yes.
The store was a byproduct of the events. So we actually started in 2021.
Yeah.
So we started with vendor events, and it was in Manayunk and Germantown. We had quickly outgrew those spaces. So we had transitioned into Willow Grove October 2021.
Yes.
And we have been here ever since. So initially, monthly, we would have vendor events, and in collaboration with the mall, that was the hyper focus point was the vendors.
Yeah.
They were the amenity. So people would come out and engage, talk to small businesses, so we would have all different types, and there would be a variety. We would try to rotate Black businesses out each month, but it became an experience. So now that's what we're doing. We actually just had one for Mother's Day, and it was an absolutely beautiful event.
Success. And I mean, and that is our secondary company, Buy Local, Buy Black. So if you've ever been in the Willow Grove Mall within the last 3 years or so, and you've seen the large marketplace in the center of the mall, that was our company.
You know what?
You're putting two and two together.
Right. You hear me? I'm telling you, because typically when you go to the mall,
a lot of people know us for the events.
Yes,
they're very popular.
So can you share with our family members, like what does a vendor event, like what does that look like for those who are saying, what is a vendor event? What does that look like?
Yeah, so pretty much we rent space in the mall. So a lot of times we'll rent the Macy's Court, and we will average about 20 to 30 small Black businesses. So small businesses are able to connect with us directly, rent a table from us, and then during mall hours, they're able to set up a small retail space where they're able to discuss their products and engage with possible customers.
I love that. Y'all, family, do you see this? You hear this? Did I tell you? I told you they were phenomenal. For those of you who have just joined us or who have just logged in, you're saying, what is happening? Well, I'm going to tell you. Welcome to Love and Life with Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. We are talking with Chrissy and Annette. We are talking about Philly Shared. That's right. That's what we're talking about. We've got some other things to talk about too, though. So don't get stuck there. Don't get stuck on that.
It's time. We offer so much.
Yeah, it's a lot of layers.
Yeah.
And I want you to share all of them. Okay. I want you to share everything. We're not trying to leave any stone unturned. But I'm just happy that the two of you ladies have the time, quite honestly, to come and talk with us about everything. Family, what we're going to do, we're going to take a commercial break, but you already know I'm going to say it. The phone lines are always open because you are always invited to the conversation. You know you are. And feel free to comment on our socials. Malcolm, I see your comments. Let me tell you something. I am over here cracking up because you were on it. You said, and I love it. That's what love is. You hear me? That's love right there. Family, stay with us. We're taking a commercial break, but we are coming right back.
Are you now or have you ever wanted to be in the biz? The entertainment biz? The NAACP Hollywood Bureau is proud to present Be in the Biz, a one-day symposium sharing valuable information and access to the entertainment industry's top power brokers. Writers, directors, producers, and storytellers will learn about collaboration between creatives and media executives and more. Be in the Biz is coming to Philly Saturday, June 29th at 36 and Chestnut. For more info and to register, visit naacp.org and search Be in the Biz, and that's biz spelled B-I-Z.
Summers in New Jersey were made to wow you. From sun and wows to fun and wows, chillin' wows to thrillin' wows. So come see what your wow's gonna be. New Jersey, it's one summer wow after another after another. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lot of wow.
Family Therapy Vignette Moments with Dr. Lucille Ijoy. June, what a lovely, lovely tune. It's almost that time to vote, so make a note. Tuesday, November the 5th, coming our way. That's what I say. Now, we're talking about two words. You've heard these before. Mothering and fathering. The definition is people who spread love. They don't give up. So when it comes to voting and they don't give up, they just keep on saying, we must vote. Yes, yes, we must vote. Yes, yes. Now, mothering and fathering is gentle, you see. They just keep on saying with a smile, vote, we must vote. Take a big old breath and say, we must vote. Tuesday, November the 5th, a serious time. This is Dr. Lucille Ijoy, mothering.
Want the latest in word swag? Check out the shop tab on wordradio.com. Hoodies, tees, and more in a variety of colors. It's the shop tab on wordradio.com. You can look good and show the world that you're all about Black Talk Media. We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black Talk Media, WURD.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Christin and Annette in this hour. We are talking about so many things. We started talking about Philly Shared. What is it, you say? Well, guess what? We're talking about it. So you are going to learn all about it and so much more. So I'm curious to know, because I did not ask this before the commercial break, if you can share with our family members too, like what some of the products are that are featured, that you feature, and like approximately how many businesses are featured in Philly Shared.
So we have 35. We typically average about 35 small and Black-owned businesses in the store. What we like to specialize in is the things that make you feel good. So the things that make us feel good as women, the things that make anyone feel good. So we specialize in artisan-based, handcrafted, handmade items. So you'll see a lot of body butters. You'll see handcrafted jewelry, lifestyle brands. We have we actually have quite a few different lifestyle brands here, but all natural hair care products, candles, home goods. Again, a lot of the businesses with us, about 90% are from Philly and the tri-state area. So local artisan-based products that are really based in apothecary style items.
Oh, so how does a vendor go about selling their products with you?
So we have a application process. So for two separate things. So in order to be a part of the store, you are encouraged to vend with us first, just to make sure that you feel like the engagement and the demographic is here.
Okay.
The goal is, we want to minimize that overhead, right? So we want you to have access to this space. So that you can determine if it makes sense for your business for the next step to transition into a retail space standalone on your own. So you're able to apply to be in a store. Of course, right now we have a waiting list, but we encourage small businesses to reach out. But you would complete the application, which is on our websites and our social medias. You would send pictures of your products, and then we would invite you into the store. As far as the vending events, we do those around holiday peak seasons.
Okay.
We want the small businesses to maximize on that engagement within the mall. So with those, you are able to also utilize our website to purchase those tickets, which are always found on Eventbrite.
I love it. First of all, I just have so much going on.
Yes.
I do now. Although I would love to spend more time talking about Philly Shared, and the family knows I'm all over the place, so we will come back to Philly Shared. But in this moment, I want to share with them about your nonprofit. Can you talk with us about that as well, please?
Yeah. So we started a nonprofit. It's called Philly Shared Cares, and it's pretty much committed to supporting small businesses and the more so beginning stages of their process. So our goal was to create an environment that allows them to have, we're essentially an incubator. So they're able to come through our program, build community. It's a peer-to-peer mentorship. And then they're able to connect with very specific businesses that are tailored to help them with their process. So what we learned with Philly Shared was there were some businesses that were ready for retail, but there were a lot of businesses that were not. So in that, we decided to create and kind of tailor make a program that will help those businesses that know that their long-term goal is to have a store, help them connect the dots and connect them to the people that can help them achieve that goal.
Without the overhead. Most
right.
importantly, without the financial strain and overhead, we wanted to create something that allows these businesses to have a voice without, having to worry about the business insurances and all of the other nuances that are on the way. They're coming, right? We wanted to, before we get there, we wanted to create something that will allow them to really get a taste of what it's like to be in this position.
And we want to increase their chances of success, right? So we want to make sure that we're putting them in the best position to thrive. That is the entire purpose of Philly Shared.
I love that. I mean, first of all, the two of you are just, this is selfless work. This is caregiving right here. And especially when you talk about going into business, that is, you're at your most vulnerable point because you are. You, especially when you really, you may know some things, but you don't know all, and you're looking for help. So you are so vulnerable in that moment. Thank you. Thank you.
A lot of times, the people who are creating these things, they're only the creator of it. They don't have, marketing, branding, advertising, the business license, the business insurances. They, just the pure advertisement and just putting the product in front of the consumer.
They're the creatives.
They are just the creator.
They just want to make,
work,
right?
And so, I love the fact that we are here to almost be in partnership with these businesses so they can focus on creating whatever it is, this beautiful thing that they created that we want to showcase and we want them to showcase. We want you to create it and we'll do the work.
It's really rooted in advocacy, right? Because it's so important, for us to be able to engage and connect with the people who you don't know what you don't know, right? And they want information, right? So we're talking about legacy. We're talking about generational wealth. We're talking about, and those are things that are super important in our community, right? So we're kind of just the conduits of being able to connect them to what they need.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Now I'm hoping and praying that I do not mispronounce this name, but one of our love lights checked in. Nadia Duran shares, get some sleep before vending during the peak season. So clearly Nadia is well, versed.
First of all, she is actually one of our in-store businesses, Not Your Mama's Lemonade.
Yes.
We've been working with Na for several years, so make sure you guys check her out. She has the most amazing lemonade in the city, period. And you can purchase it in-store at Philly Shared.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Family, are you paying attention? Do you hear what is taking place right here? We're talking about advocacy. We're talking about generational wealth. We're talking about assistance if you need it. We're talking about building our community.
That's right.
That's what we're talking about. First of all, that just makes me smile. It's like a hug to my heart.
It still gives me chills. It's like we talk about it all the time, but it's so important. Like we really understand the work that we're doing here, and being able to connect with people like you to because we need the community to know that we exist, so that they can support this endeavor. And so we can't do this without our city. That's why it's Philly Shared, because we're sharing Philly. So it's like we need Philly to tap in and Philly to engage, and support.
So you two came from a corporate background.
We did.
And you said,
we said during the pandemic, as she was dying of COVID,
it was
one thing that we discussed early on, March 2020, was we didn't like what we just experienced. We were both furloughed. Again, she got really sick. And one of the things that we started to see is it was time to execute. It was time to pour back into us but more importantly, pouring back into us, but pouring back into our community, because our story was the same story we kept hearing.
Yes.
They were, our friends and associates, they were in their corporate positions thriving, right? Yeah. And then it all got snatched away.
Abruptly.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The organizations and businesses that we work in, they didn't look like us, right? Yeah. They didn't look like us. So they didn't understand the full impact of just being thrown to the wolves to figure it out. And so when we knew, once she got better, when we knew that we needed to create something, we needed to do something. And, I'm so proud of that particular moment of, coming to the conclusion that our back is against the wall. We actually need to do something to get from behind these businesses.
But to kind of piggyback from what she said also, there's a level of the nonprofit that allows us now to utilize the small businesses who are the makers, who are the artisans, who are the crafters, and allow them to then teach these tangible skills to the community through workshops, through engagement, because some people do not want to be an entrepreneur.
That's right.
So we're able that we connect with high schools, we connect with middle schools, so that we can allow the children to have access to tangible skills, and that they're able to become filmmakers and candle makers, and they're able to learn. So it was, let's get back to our core of being community and sharing our resources, and connecting with one another. And like I said, our corporate background allowed us to share a lot of information that would be expensive for someone else to have access to. So.
Wow. I'm seriously, I am sitting here. Because I had no idea. I had no idea the extent of what it is that you do. I had no idea. I happened upon you and now, in doing so, I still had no idea of what I happened upon, not in totality, not to the fullest extent. But I'm so happy that I did. I'm so happy because now
we're so happy too.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
We're doing whatever we can to really, honestly, because we do realize that not many people know. A lot of times they come about us because of happenstance. They're walking by, probably on their way to Sephora or Bloomingdale's, and they're like, "What is this? What is this?"
That's what I said.
We laugh.
General consensus
because we know what it is.
What is this? Yes.
We know what it is. And
but now I know, and now I'm happy about it.
Once you're in your
exactly, seriously, exactly, because there's so much from which to choose.
Yeah,
like my BFF, she and I were saying the same thing. Like, okay, so we're coming back, right? So so we've already planned. So we're going to lunch, and then we're coming back into listen. So we're going to take a commercial break, but ladies, I'm going to ask you to sit tight because when we come back, I want to talk some more about everything that you're doing. And I want to let our family members know your website, how they, the vendors who are interested, all that good stuff, the stuff that we did not talk about. Sit tight, family, you too, okay? Because we are coming right back.
It's the WURD Hot 60. Hot 60. Here's the hottest 60 seconds you missed on Love and Life.
As Dr. Z said, my name is A.B. Bracewell. I'm a licensed therapist in Pennsylvania.
He is the author of the book entitled The Sexual Miseducation of Black Men in America.
I'm curious to know if you can tell us about your book.
What I discovered from doing a bunch of interviews, I've interviewed over 100 men to write this book, and we've done different podcasts, things of that nature. And my first question is always asked, where and what did you learn about sex? Who was your first teacher? And a lot of the responses that I get are things like pornography, music, movies, social media, sexual abuse, or just learning from your peers or other guys on the block. A lot of the things that we've learned about sex and relationships and intimacy and women and ourselves is toxic, is destructive, and it's unhealthy for our entire community. So I wrote the book because I wanted to really explore the emotional and the psychological impact that the things that we've learned about sex and relationships and intimacy has on us as Black men.
And that's your hottest 60 seconds from Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Philadelphia homes are full of history, but some of that history may be hiding in the paint. Lead was used in paint for a long time, and it's dangerous for young children. Lead poisoning can cause serious health problems, but the good news is you can protect your family. Have your child's blood lead level checked and get your home tested for lead paint. Simple steps for a healthy future. Learn more at dli.pa.gov/lead testing.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Word Radio Digital Tip of the Month with Stephanie Humphrey is brought to you by Comcast.
School is out and summer is here. So what are you going to do to keep your kids busy this season? Start with OutSchool. OutSchool is a comprehensive website that helps you find interactive online summer camps for kids and teens. You can find camps for kids ages 3 through 18 with all kinds of cool topics like music and art, coding and technology, or social emotional learning, and everything in between. You can choose between live video classes or a self-paced program. There are over 10,000 experienced and vetted teachers on the platform, and private tutoring is available if you need it. There are also camps for neurodiverse learners too. There is a small fee for the classes, but joining OutSchool is free, and there are classes for as low as $5 per class. If you're looking for a way to stop that summer slide, OutSchool might be the solution. Head to www.outschool.com and stay tuned to WURD for more tips, and stay connected with us at wordradio.com.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips that you plan in advance, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends for which you make a group chat 3 months before so that nobody or anything is missing? Or your daughter's first birthday party. You planned it with such dedication that instead of the first, it felt like our 15s. The same way you plan each detail for those moments. Start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Want to be heard on Word?
Yes, this is Miss Renee King out of Philadelphia.
Dial 215-634-8065 to join the conversation. Outside of Philly, dial 1-866-361-0900. First-time caller? Great. We would love to hear from you. Word is the voice of the African American community, so make yours heard. Please limit calls to once per day. Spread the word and tell a friend to tune in and join the conversation. Celebrating Black excellence worldwide and bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM, Philadelphia. Streaming online on wordradio.com and the Word Radio app. You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Family, welcome back. Welcome to the top of the second hour of Love and Life with Carol Riddick, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. I want to remind you about something. Yes, I do. Our very own love bug, Tiffany Bacon, is hosting a new show. Yes, she is. Tune in to Breaking Bread every Sunday, where Tiffany will broadcast from a different restaurant, eatery, or chef's kitchen, where delicious delights and curious conversation are on the menu. Special guests will join Tiffany for brunch, where the conversations will focus on culture, business, health and well-being, media, literature, and the arts. Break bread with us every Sunday from 11 a.m. until noon, right here on Word, Progressive Black Talk Media. We are talking with these two phenomenal women, Christin Austin Evans and Annette Kennedy Harris. And we have been talking about their empire, because that's what it is. The two very enterprising women, and they're sharing with us all that they've been doing, all that they are doing. And I must say, I was impressed before the conversation, but I am uberly impressed now that we're in the midst of it. Eric is checking in and he shares, you two amazing queens are essential to building a successful kingdom. Thank you for sharing your journey and keep on keeping on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So I was sharing before the commercial break. I'm talking about everything that you're doing, and I said the family might want to know. Well, okay, so how do I participate? So, ladies, if you wouldn't mind sharing some information with our family.
So the best way to reach us is honestly social media. We welcome DMs, we welcome emails, so you can reach us on our website www.phillyshared.com or www.buylocalbyblack.com or by email shared philly@gmail.com. And again, or you can reach us on social media at Philly Shared or Buy Local Buy Black.
I love it. That was so much. Wait a minute. So the only thing that I did type,
or you could always come in, during mall hours.
family, in case you're saying, wait, I missed it. I missed it. Which mall? The Willow Grove Mall. Yes, yes, yes.
Or 3 doors down from Bloomingdale's.
Sure is. Sure is. Sure is. That's exactly because that's where I was coming from, Bloomingdale.
Yeah.
Yep.
And ran into it. So I want to share with our family members the snapshot that you sent. So if you could talk us through it, is that
absolutely?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. So family, the ladies are going to share with us a snapshot. They'll talk us through it. So let me shut up.
So in our snapshot, it just literally gives a quick overview of some of our stats, some of the things that we've done over the years, and just a quick debriefing of what we can do for you as a small business, or if you're just a consumer who wants to shop and do intentional shopping with small Black woman-led, all of the acronyms. If you want to shop local and small, most importantly, all of our snapshot info is right there. So we speak about our collaborations, our current memberships, some of the winners that we had, or excuse me, some of the things that we won, some of the nonprofit boards that we're currently on, and where we've been featured at. We've been featured on multiple different platforms, but most importantly, it breaks down our services and what we can do for you, whether you are a small business owner, entrepreneur, or if you're just a consumer who wants to shop intentional.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, ladies, I'm curious to know, do you have any upcoming vendor events?
So the running joke, I'll keep it brief.
I was about to say, wait, what?
So again, as we mentioned, we're known for our pop-ups.
Yeah.
In 2024, Annette and I, we hosted 130 pop-ups from 2021 to 2023.
Wow.
2023 was our 130th event, bi-weekly for 3 years.
Yes.
What?
Bi-weekly.
So y'all don't sleep. So Nadia was y'all don't sleep.
No, seriously, not sleep.
Yeah, no.
One thing we wanted to implement and introduce for 2024 is sleep and rest. And so we've been doing all of our pop-ups that we're known for. We're doing them against a holiday because we want it to be the most bang for these businesses' buck. We don't want to waste time. We really want to get to the core because we've proven the success rate. So now that we've proven the success rate, let's do it the way that it's intended to go. So with that, we wanted to pivot into supporting other businesses and supporting other organizations and partnering with like-minded businesses to do those pop-ups. So right now we just had our Mother's Day, and then what we'll be announcing within the next day or so is our holiday dates, which it will be quite a few.
Because in retail, essentially, and we encourage the small businesses, they should be focused on Black Friday now.
Right now.
That is a part.
Black Friday.
That's
right
a part
now.
of our process, right? So we do not like to waste their time, their resources, their energy, so we are, we have businesses that will then the holiday and then like take the year off. Like that's how these are the type of figures that we're talking about. So, but we are in the community. Like I said, we will be supporting one of our peers tomorrow for Juneteenth. We have our back to school drive. So there's certain things that we are doing to stay connected. But tomorrow we'll be
with the Dream Space, Juneteenth Dream Space with Live 24, our good friend Robbie. So we'll be there helping out in whatever capacity he needs us in. But yeah, our goal right now is to partner up with like-minded people and get out there, because we are stuck in the mall, but we are at our core vendors. We need to be in the streets.
Yes.
Oh, listen, Chris, you said we are stuck. Listen. We found you there too. We found you there too.
Yes.
Okay?
But that's the community part, right? So, it's not just about us. We fly all over the US, anyone that does anything remotely similar to us. So we go there and we support, and, we support their vendors. We support the businesses. We let them know we're coming. We offer advice. We offer insight, so it's not just limited to this location.
We'll be in Atlanta next week, and we'll be visiting other locations. We'll be visiting other organizations and seeing how we can do any kind of partner or collaboration,
and letting them know that they can have an option to have access and a presence
in a completely different demographic,
and in this area.
So do you also do virtual they're like master classes, if you will, business master classes?
So we offer consulting for small businesses, right? So we have some businesses where essentially you would go through the nonprofit, but with the nonprofit, that's more like a curriculum. That is like a step-by-step. This is how we'll support you so that you're ready for that next step. But we have businesses that are like, I don't actually need all of that. I kind of just need, your support with like visual merchandising or things like that. So with that, we offer very, one-on-one type of engagement.
Sure.
So we'll do like an hourly consultant call. We encourage them to bring their questions so that they can maximize their time. And then, like I said, that's just like something that they can specifically recruit us for.
Okay.
We also travel, again, not just across the US, but we travel with small businesses to help them vend. So we'll help set them up. We'll help sell their products. We will
be their liaisons.
We really believe in community. We don't just say it. Like, if you're a business, and we hear it a lot, they're like, you're so lucky you have each other. But no, you have us.
Yes.
So we have businesses that will fly us out, and we will vend with them and learn their products, learn their pitch, sell their products for them next to them, so that they feel empowered, so that they can see how we do it, and then have that one-on-one experience.
That's amazing. That's so impressive. I mean, I am not just saying that as an entrepreneur, as a consumer. That is so impressive. Like, thank you. Thank you. If you don't hear it enough, thank you. Thank you both, because that's amazing. To be supportive, to be advocates, to be the support system. The in-person support system, that means so much.
A lot of them are doing it by themselves. 95, I would say, percent, they're doing it by themselves. And the biggest thing that we get is, you guys are so dope because you get to do it together. And we're like, we're going to do it with you.
Yes.
We're actually going to do it with you.
Like this community is and then we get to connect them with their peers who are doing something similar. So then they're able to collab and say, listen, I'm having a hard time finding this wax, or I'm out of this product. We are not gatekeepers, so what we've learned is there's no way, even for us, there's no way that we can do this alone. The nonprofit cements, legacy, and allows it to outgrow us, so we continue to see the need and feel the need.
I salute you both and I applaud you both. So the one question that I do have, and family, listen, I know you have questions too. I know you do. And I'm sure there's one or a few that I have not asked that you do have. So, the phone lines are open, and always feel free to comment on our socials. But I'm curious to know, is everything broken down on the website?
So yes and no. So because we're such a interpersonal experience and because we do rotate out some of the businesses monthly, a lot of the times it is easier to just get that live action through social media. So social media on our Philly Shared page will be the most updated. Each month we showcase who the new businesses are, we tag them, we show them what is being offered. And then the website itself kind of just goes into the core of what we offer. But in terms of like the upcoming businesses coming in, where you may catch us, all of that would be done through our social media.
And IG, is it at Philly Shared?
At Philly Shared. Yep.
Okay, I want to share that. Okay, so I just put that in the chat, family, at Philly Shared. And I'm going to ask you if you can repeat once again all of the information that you shared a moment ago. Sure. I did put your website in the chat as well, but if you could share everything that you shared a moment ago.
Get a pen. I'm going to run it down quick. So it's phillyshared.com, buylocal.black.com. Our email address is sharedphilly@gmail.com. Our social media is phillyshared.com and buylocal.black.
Okay.
And then also we have the store inside of Willow Grove Mall.
Yes.
First floor, 3 doors down from Bloomingdale's. We are here mall hours and we are closed on Mondays.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Family, you heard it right here. Ladies, I just want to thank you once again for just taking the time out to come and share your time, your energy, your attention, your knowledge, your experience, your spirit, and your space with us, because and now I hope I'm speaking for all of the family, but we do applaud you and we appreciate you. Just everything that you're doing. And I personally wish you tremendous continued success. And I will be there. Okay. Yes. I already told you we're coming back.
That we forgot to mention, we are a sip-in shop.
Yes.
So we are the only sip-in shop in Willow Grove Mall. So again, we're all about the experience. So we want you to come in, have a glass of champagne, have a glass of wine, take your time, read the products, because this is the only opportunity that you'll get to really read about all of these local artisans. So a lot of them have bios. A lot of the information that you see at their station is to redirect back to them.
Absolutely.
So take your time, have that glass of wine and experience Philly Shared.
Yes.
Ladies, please tell me, did I forget anything?
You did not.
You did not.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Thank you so much for inviting us into your space. It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you both. It was a pleasure and a privilege. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. It truly, truly, truly is. Family, so did you get all of that? Did you get all of that? If you have just joined us, welcome. Welcome. You know, you are always welcome here. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We've been talking with Christin, Austin Evans, and Annette Kennedy Harris. We've been talking about Philly Shared. We've been talking about their nonprofit. What is the name of the nonprofit again?
Philly Shared Cares with an
Cares. See that? And I wrote that down, and I did not write that it was the nonprofit. See that? But I'm taking my notes. We've been talking about their nonprofit as well. We've been talking about everything. Yes, we have. So I'm going to direct you to their IG page, which is at Philly Shared. That's with a D.
Yes, with a D.
Yep. Shared. And there are 2 websites that I'm going to repeat. The first of which is phillyshared.com. The second of which is buylocal.black.com. Oh, so now I have a question in this moment. What is the difference in the 2 sites, Philly Shared and buylocal.black?
Nothing. Honestly, everything is Philly Shared.
So
everything is Philly Shared.
So here's the thing. So honestly, so again, to be honest, right? We have some people that want the engagement. So they'll come specifically for the vendor events. And then we have people that are like, I work a 9 to 5, I have kids, I can never vend. So it provides an option, because we have some people that are interested in both, but we have some people where one is a little more tailored to their needs. So So that's primarily the difference. But as far as like the overall mission and all of that, like that at its core is the same.
It's the same.
But one is just more the vending platform. The other is
My local
more
Bob is primarily the vending. And we, again, like I like to always emphasize, we hyper focus on small and Black owned or minority owned businesses. So if you have a small business and you feel like you need a space and village and membership, and you need to be able to have somewhere to showcase your stuff in a very reputable mall and a very reputable store, we are the people for you.
You heard it right here. You heard it right here. Is there anything that you would like to leave us with, ladies, before you go?
We appreciate all the support.
Yeah.
Pull up.
Yeah.
Have an experience.
Listen,
Bring your
we're
friends.
We're going on 3 years, and we hope to remain in business for many more years to come with the support of our community, because that's all this is about. It's about community, and it's about making sure that we are doing our part to, impact those wage gaps. We want to be able to get the information out so that we can really compete. Because we have to keep it 100. It's a lack of some things out here, information, resources, just experiences, right? So it's so important for us to connect and engage.
See, now I can't let you go because I got to ask, because look, this is the last question, I promise. Now, when to that point though, is it that much more difficult for Black businesses?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
And in what ways? Why is it? How so?
We are disenfranchised across the board. We're a double minority. If anything, we're not only Black owned, but we're women owned. So we and we're small business owned. We're a triple minority, if anything. And one thing, we have every obstacle against us. Even to this day, even for us, we still are struggling with capital. We're still trying to prove that we belong with the big dogs of retail, this type of mall. This is it's not many malls that we can function in. And to be here sustained, we've watched our peers come and go, white, Black, and indifferent, big companies, small companies, and we've been here consistently because we're doing the work and we show up for it. So we are very much disenfranchised. And one of the things that we, again, because we know that we are disenfranchised, we have to come together. We have to share everything that we can't gatekeep. We can't afford to gatekeep. We have to get the name out there. We have to get these businesses out there.
And to speak to Chrissy's point also, the community that we support, a lot of them are using their income to fund their businesses, right? We're not starting with a nugget. We're not starting with, like we don't have angel investors. We don't have donors. We don't have, so in knowing that we are behind the curve, right? Because we're limited, with resources, right? We're limited with capital. A lot of them are making the products themselves. In addition to parents, in addition to working 9 to 5s, in addition to, so we are trying to transition away from this being your hustle into a space where you can actually compete and actually show up and actually
thrive.
That's really all this is about. It's about thriving, right? It's about being able to compete and show up. And, we have businesses that have benefited so much from the store that they had to leave the store because they couldn't stay on top of demand. So even things like that, where the system is working, the business, the model is working, but because they don't have the support that they need, are no candidate to be in the store. So when we see these things, me and Chrissy, we take it back to the lab and we're like, how can we support? What can we do? So our goal, even with the nonprofit, is let's remove the overhead from the small businesses so that you're not choosing between, $150 for your gas bill and $150 for placement. Let's set up the nonprofit so that we can sponsor your placement within the store, and maybe in exchange you come and engage. You learn public speaking, you share something, versus deciding, I have to leave the store for 2 months because I work a 9 to 5. I don't have support at home, and I can't make enough candles this month. I can't make enough body butters this month.
Family, I say it all the time. I tell you every single night, we are all in this together.
Yes,
We are
we are.
all in this together. I say it every single day. Listen, I say it to anybody within earshot. Anybody can hear my voice. They hear it every day. So I applaud you once again. I appreciate you, ladies. I hope that you will come back to visit with us.
Absolutely.
Y'all will see me. Y'all gonna see me.
I mean, your glass of wine will be waiting.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Family, it's time for a commercial break, but we have to let Chrissy and Annette go. But stay with us because I'm coming right back. Okay. Stay with me. I'm coming right back. Thank you, ladies.
Make sure you check out Keeping It Real with Reverend Al Sharpton, Monday through Thursday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on WURD, 900 AM and 96.1 FM. Progressive Black Talk Media. Streaming online at wordradio.com, on social, and on the Word Radio app.
Is your child stuck in a school that doesn't meet their needs? What if you had $10,000 to send them to the school of your choice? It's possible. Lawmakers are considering a program to offer kids a free scholarship to better, safer schools. If enacted, your children could each qualify for up to $10,000. But lawmakers must hear that parents like you need these scholarships. Visit LifelineScholarships.com to learn more and secure your child's future. Paid for by Commonwealth Foundation.
Children's mental health is in crisis. That's why the Kids Mental Health Foundation envisions a future where mental health is a vital part of growing up. Families tell us the challenges are real.
What do you do to feel happy?
I don't know.
Can you describe what it feels like when you're sad?
I get mad easily. I just lay in my bed and be by myself.
When it comes to mental health, do you ever feel overwhelmed?
I do get overwhelmed. You see them struggling emotionally and you're like, where do I go? What do I do?
You're going to find tons of things on the internet, but you want it to be from a trusted source.
I felt like everything that I wanted to provide for her, I wasn't going to be able to do.
We need help.
We need help. Yes, we need help.
Most childhood health resources focus on physical well-being. But what about our kids' mental health? The Kids Mental Health Foundation provides free, expert-developed resources to millions across the United States. Don't wait for a concern or crisis. Early action can be life-changing. Learn more at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
June is LGBTQIA Pride Month. Pride Month began as a way to honor the 1969 uprising in Manhattan. On June 28, 1969, the NYPD raided the Stonewall Inn, a gay bar in Greenwich Village. The officers forced the patrons out of the establishment and onto the street. The gay community, frustrated from the sustained harassment by the police, sparked a 3-day riot. This incident was the tipping point for the gay liberation movement. This month, those who identify as LGBTQIA, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, and asexual, celebrate being who they are. Let's continue to create safe spaces for this community to work and live. This Pride Month vignette was brought to you by Comcast.
No, what's the word, boy? What's the word? What's the word?
WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
We are back. Welcome back, family. Welcome back to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. I hope that you have enjoyed the conversations we've had thus far this evening. So I know some of you are saying, where's Chris? Where is Chris? Well, Chris couldn't be here with us tonight. He's actually working. He's covering the Phillies game, I think it is. He's covering one of the games tonight. So he couldn't be here with us. So I have a question for you. I'm curious to know, since tomorrow is Juneteenth, And we did have the comment from Craig. This is just off the cuff. We had the comment from Craig a short while ago about Juneteenth, and he doesn't particularly recognize it. How many of you family members, how many of you do recognize and celebrate Juneteenth? And how exactly do you celebrate? What do you do? What do you do? Do you have any traditions or any that you're starting, or talk to me, share with me, let me know. Feel free to give me a call because I would love that. I would love that. You can do so by dialing 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. I know some of you are probably saying, I don't want to be heard on the air. Well, guess what? You don't have to be heard on the air. You can tell Nick and he will relay what you share with him. You can do that too. You can always do that. You can also comment on our socials. You can do that. Yes, you can. And I will do my best to read it aloud. But I want to know. I'm curious to know. Do you find the celebration of Juneteenth to be a negative or positive event, experience? What have you? Or do you not feel any way at all about it? What do you think? What do you feel about Juneteenth? And if you do celebrate Juneteenth, have you yourself instituted any, any new traditions? Have you started any traditions? I'm curious to know. I just want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Nick, I'm coming to you. Do you celebrate Juneteenth? And not that you have to do anything extraordinary. Do you recognize it? I will say that. Do you recognize it in a positive way or a negative way?
Hey, Carol, can you hear me all right?
I can. Hey, Nick.
Hey, yeah. I do celebrate Juneteenth, but I'm a bit new to celebrating it. The first time I remember actually, at least finding out about it, though, was I think back in 2016 or 2015. I remember my grandma had a Juneteenth shirt, and she was eating like a red velvet cupcake, and she was telling me about what the holiday was, and I was like, "Well, isn't that just that sounds like July 4th?" She's like, "Yeah, it's July 4th, but it's for Black people." And I was like, "Okay, well, that makes sense." And that's kind of how I've always remembered it, and I always thought it was interesting that she knew about it and I didn't, because she was really the only person I knew that had ever talked about it. And so from that point on, I always kind of kept it in the back of my head, like, okay, June 19th or Juneteenth is a holiday. Now, I don't do anything crazy for it. I still have to, and all this other kind of stuff, but I recognize it as a holiday. I was just really surprised last year. I think last Juneteenth, I was walking through, not Juneteenth, but like the month of June, I was walking through like a Target, and I saw that they had Juneteenth merchandise.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was blown away by it because I always thought it was just something that only Black people had celebrated, and that it doesn't get a whole lot of, like, us in the Black community, we understand it, but I never thought anybody outside of that really would care about it. But I don't know how. Somehow Target was selling like Juneteenth hats and Juneteenth t-shirts, and I didn't buy any from there because I'd rather just support a Black business anyway. But
sure.
I thought it was interesting that it's at least popular enough here in Philadelphia that you can go to a Target. I haven't been to a Target this month, but you can probably go there and get yourself a Juneteenth shirt.
Okay, now see, that is of so much interest to me because I had no idea that there was anything. There was anything, that any stores had any merchandise to celebrate Juneteenth. That feels good to know. I'm with you. I don't know when I was actually made aware of Juneteenth, but I do remember. I remember having a conversation, and I was saying just to some people who were in my company, I was asking, as I'm asking the family here, and so what are you all going to do for Juneteenth? And someone said, well, what is that? What is a Juneteenth? And it was a Black person. And there were a few of us in each other's company. And I remember I just looked, there were two out of the group that looked and said, "What? What do you mean? You don't know? You don't know?" And it actually it was an awakening for me because there were so many people at that time, and this wasn't that long ago. This was just a few years ago that weren't aware. Of course, now that it's a holiday and there's, as you said, merchandise, there's an awareness, but I'm curious to know how we are celebrating, in what ways we are celebrating, and if our babies know about Juneteenth and what they're being told about Juneteenth. I'm so curious to know. I'm y'all know I think so much about everything. I do all the time. Oh, I see one of our family members is joining us on the phone. Hi there. Thank you so much for calling and welcome to the conversation.
Yes, good evening. How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Yes, this is Haraya, and I am calling because I just wanted to share with everyone in reference to Juneteenth that this is all starting new, although it's been around for a minute now. The fanfare of it is new. That we be conscious so that we make it as productive as possible for our African American community. Already the corporate retail stores have picked up on it. And they are aware that Black is the new gold, because now that we are becoming aware, starting businesses, and they see the money flow that Black people will go out and buy something that is related to them. They want to get in on the bandwagon. And so I just want us to be conscious. I have a problem with the red, white, and blue Juneteenth flag. And as African Americans, we are emotional and joyful people, and so we're innocently, say, "Oh wow, a Juneteenth flag," and we're not focusing on the fact that did we select that? Did we select the red flag? Now, from what I understand, is that there was African American involvement in creating the flag, but I think they were also caught up in the excitement and didn't think to say, "Wait a minute, the flag that represents us is red, black, and green."
Green, exactly. See, you just told me something. I had no idea there was a red, white, and blue Juneteenth flag.
Yeah, because it started in Texas, and I think that is Texas colors or whatever, But like I said, I think we got caught up in all the hoopla. Think to say, wait a minute, this is not really our particular representation. Even if it was a flag that had the Texas part on it, but still had the red, black, and green on another side of it, that might have been even acceptable, So that's one part. Then the commercialization from the corporate entities that may have no money coming into our communities at all. If Hallmark comes out and produces a Kwanzaa card, we have to always be conscious, not get caught up in the fanfare. Is any of that money going into African American schools or communities or businesses or anything like that? So I just wanted to share that note that I heard, like what the brother was saying, that he didn't buy when he saw something in a department store. He wanted to purchase it from a Black business. And I just wanted to capitalize on that thought and say, let us be conscious that we make sure to do that. There's no sense in having a holiday and then a whole bunch of other people get rich. And
but that's, you know what, Haraya, you said it right there, though. That's what we do with every single holiday. I have a big issue. I have a big issue with that. I have a big issue with Christmas and like I don't feel like we celebrate Kwanzaa enough. There's this big emphasis on these other holidays, and we jump on the bandwagon. Nick just sent me a copy of the flag that I had no idea existed. Haraya, thank you for that education.
Yeah, let me just say this. Last year, one of the department stores had Juneteenth ice cream.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Yes,
No.
they did.
See what now? See.
But yeah, let's be conscious that we require that if a department store is going to sell a product, let it be one of our products that is in the department store available for us to buy. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Thank you, Carol.
I'm glad you did. Thank you so much. And thank you for the education. See, family, I tell you all the time that communication is key. And y'all know I don't know everything. I had no idea there was a Juneteenth flag, and Nick just sent me a photo of it. Have you seen it? Have you seen this flag? I'm looking at it. Now I don't know who created it. I don't know from where it came, but just no. Hooray, I did hear you say that Texas, but just no. I felt like first of all, I feel like I don't do enough for Juneteenth. I haven't identified yet what it is that I want to do. To celebrate us, to demonstrate my celebration of us. Let me say that better. I haven't decided yet. What I did do though was get a copy of the Emancipation Proclamation. They have them on Amazon. I have not yet gotten it framed, but I do have it, and I felt like, I don't know. I just felt like I needed connection. I know, just follow me on this path. I felt like I needed connection in some way. And but I'm looking for something that I can do to demonstrate more of my celebration of us. Y'all know I love us. I tell you every day. I tell y'all so much. I tell y'all all the time that I love us. I couldn't love us more than I do. But I'm looking. So that's why I'm asking you all what you do and how you celebrate and what you do. No judgment. I'm just curious to know. Maybe it's something that I can adopt. Just want to know. Malcolm shares, why would any self-loving Black person not want to recognize Juneteenth? I don't know, Malcolm. I don't know. But I mean, everybody, to each his own. To each his own. And Harold, I'm in agreement with you. Everything is capitalized on everything. Malcolm shares, Haraya, you had a good point. The flag should be red, black, and green. In the event you've not seen this flag, in the event you care to see this flag, I'm going to download this photo so I can share it with you, because I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know your opinion of that too. I'm stuck on it right now. I'm just stuck looking at it. So I'm going to share this image with you when we come back from commercial break, family. Let me know what you think, how you feel. Talk to me about Juneteenth. Share with me what Juneteenth is to you and for you, and how will you demonstrate your celebration? If in fact you are celebrating. And if you're not, I want to know that too. No, I'm just curious to know. Just curious to know. That's all. Just curious to know. Again, we're going to take a short commercial break. The phone lines will remain open as they always do. And feel free to continue to comment on our socials. But stay with us because we'll be right back.
My grandma could always tell when I was into something dangerous. She used to say, mess around if you want to, you're gonna fool around and find out. She was right, and nothing good ever came from ignoring her advice. That's exactly how I feel when I hear somebody telling me to vote for Trump or just not vote at all. It wasn't that long ago that our parents and grandparents had to fight in the streets for basic civil rights. We can't forget where we've come from or how quickly things can go back if we don't stand up for our rights and the rights of the next generation. Joe Biden, he's not perfect, but the choice is clear. Our votes elected Biden, and he's shown up. Billions in loans to Black small businesses, banned police chokeholds, and federal no-knock warrants. canceled $167 billion in student loan debt.
Let's get this done.
Our votes have the power to determine our future. Make it count or fool around and find out. Paid for by Black Pac, which is responsible for the content of this ad. BlackPac.com, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Tune in to Eco Word Magazine, hosted by POC, the first Friday at 10 a.m. for the PA Lottery Eco Word Fact of the Month. Brought to you by PA Lottery, benefiting older Pennsylvanians every day. The job search can be a difficult and frustrating process. Word's Livelihood Initiative was designed to help you find the right opportunity for your next professional move. Check out these recent openings posted on the Livelihood job board at wordworks.com. The Public Health Management Corporation is hiring for exciting roles, including a medical director and registered nurses. For more information on these jobs and others, go to wordworks.com and learn more about the Livelihood Initiative. Brought to you by Word Radio, progressive, Black Talk Media.
It's too black, which means it's too strong.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black Talk Media, WURD.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick and Chloe Chanel right here on WURD. Chloe's upset about something. I'm not sure what. In any event, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Just before the commercial break, I posed a question. I was asking how you feel and what you think about Juneteenth. I'm curious to know what it means to you and how do you, in what ways do you demonstrate your celebration, if you celebrate it, of Juneteenth. Now, I was sharing that I ordered a copy of the Emancipation Proclamation. I didn't open it because I didn't unroll it fully because I want to have it framed. But I had ordered a copy because I wanted connection for I wanted a greater sense of connection. And yeah, I haven't figured out yet or decided in what way because I want to do something special. I want to do something special that I start as a tradition, and I don't know yet. But Nick shared with me the flag. I could not download that image. I couldn't get it fast enough. I couldn't download that image. I was getting frustrated. But I'm curious to know if you've seen the Juneteenth flag and what you think of it. It's red, white, and blue. And it has this star, this, I don't know. Our love light Joanne, she shares, I don't know if this makes sense or any difference. They said the Juneteenth flag was created for this holiday, and it's supposed to exemplify a new flag for a new people. What? I'm sorry. The red, black, and green flag is supposed to represent Pan-Africanism for all Black people everywhere. Oh, wow. Wow. That's interesting. Our love light Dolores shares greetings. Yes, there was the ice cream. I think it was shut down. Haraya, one of our love lights, called and shared that someone actually had Juneteenth ice cream. That's disappointing to me. I mean, listen, I don't know. Malcolm shares, yes, I've seen the flag, the red, white, and blue one, that is, and we could do better. We could really do better. But so what will you do tomorrow? What will you do on Juneteenth? Now, I know some of you are going to say, I'm going to take advantage of this holiday and I'm going to, relax, and that's all right too. That's all right too. But I'm just curious to know what you will do, what you doing. Come on, talk to me, family. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. There's still time to call me. You can do that by dialing 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. Let me know. Let me know. Or are you going to any of the events, or have you participated in any thus far? You know, what are you going to do? Well, I know James shared he went to Odunde. He shared that was the start of his Juneteenth celebration or celebratory events, Odunde. And I'm open to that too. I love it. I love it. So, Nick, will you do anything specific or special tomorrow?
As it tends to happen, my grandma usually calls me for my help with something, so I'm sure she'll find a way to drag me away from my my beauty sleep. So I'll probably be stuck with her tomorrow.
You will never be stuck with grandma, okay? You will never be stuck with Graham.
No, if there's anything that she wants to do, I'll make sure to make time and do that with her. Other than that, I'm definitely gonna be back in the studio, of course.
You know, you said Graham is going to call. Well, I love it. Okay, I wish both of my Grahams were here to call me to do something. I really wish they were. But so you don't have any like family traditions, or Graham didn't start any traditions or anything?
No, I don't think that we've really figured out anything. So it's getting like it's becoming more recognized, and I guess it's kind of a matter of either you make up something to do on the holiday, or you see something that somebody else has done and you go, okay, well, let's do that. Use it as a blueprint.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I want to. I haven't decided. I don't know what I can do, or to celebrate. Well, we did share earlier that the museum is having an event, but I was thinking specifically of something that I could implement in my own home, or with my, with me. It's just me and Chloe, but something that I could do to demonstrate my support of Juneteenth. And family, I keep talking about supporting and celebrating, but again, I do now have the understanding that not everyone celebrates Juneteenth. So if you don't, I'm curious to know why. I'm not saying that you should. That's not what's happening. I'm not judging you. I'm just curious to know your reason. Why? Just curious to know. I keep looking at my Emancipation Proclamation. I keep looking at it, my scroll, but I'm going to have it framed because I just want, like I said, more connection. I don't know.
Carol, you can probably do the same thing that you do on July 4th. Just kind of tweak the colors. That might be a good place to start. Maybe some fireworks, red, green, yellow.
You know what? I like that idea, Nick. But my family, I haven't celebrated the 4th of July in so long. I'm terrible. I am so terrible in that regard. So for me, okay, and let me explain. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the meaning of any of these holidays. What it is that it would be my house that everyone would come to. So that would mean there would be work, more work. Because for me, I have to clean. Now, yes, I clean constantly, but I have to clean before you come. And then I've got to clean while you're here. And then, of course, I've got to clean when you leave. So, that's typically why I'm not the one to initiate, I should say. Usually when I have something, one of my family members says, Carol, let's have something at your house. And it's an okay. So I'm probably, is it your grandmother's house that you all go to, Nick? When you're saying grandma was going to want you to do something, is that because it's her house that you all go to?
Yep, that's a centralized meeting point for everybody. Everybody just agrees that this is the best place to do it, And I mean, that's fine with me. I like it. It's pretty close by anyway. So, Yeah, but grandma's pretty smart. She knows that, before people start leaving, it's like, all right, who's left? You take out the trash, you start doing dishes. So we can't just leave it a pigsty or nothing like that.
And I do appreciate that, but I'm the person that it just doesn't stop there. It like I think it's just me. I think it's just me. My family does help. They do help. So I can't say that they don't. They do help. But it's just me. It's me. It's me, Nick. I am the problem. I admit it. I accept it. But Joey Dixon is sharing. Happy Juneteenth with everybody. One love and jazz to everybody. I am just happy, I will say, that there is recognition. I'm happy that we are celebrating. I do share Haraya's sentiment. I do share her sentiment that I don't want us to get caught up. I don't want us to get caught up at all. I do want us to remember, and I do want us to acknowledge and represent in the right way, as opposed to just falling in line with what is presented, meaning the merchandise, the goods you saw at Target and some of the more popular stores. I'm hoping that we will buy black. I'm praying that we will support one another, and I'm praying that we continue to do it. That we do it on a larger basis. Our love light Miss Julie shares greetings, perhaps a letter to the Secretary of Education in honor of our ancestors. Cease the critical race theory philosophy. Miss Julie, I like the way you think. I do. See, and I just said I haven't done enough. Well, then there's an idea. I like it. Family, as we begin to say goodnight to one another, once again, I just want to thank you, as always, for participating, for showing up, for just spending your time, your energy, your attention, your spirit, your space, with me, with Nick, with Word Radio, because you are truly appreciated. We truly, truly do appreciate you. Just praising God, from whom all blessings flow. Just keep all of it in prayer. I'm going to pray for you. Ask that you pray for us. Pray for your loved ones. Pray for your enemies. Thank you to our callers. Thank you for every contribution to tonight's episode. I do hope that you have a great day tomorrow. Hey there, Shirley Bryant. Hi there, Love Light. I did not see you. I do hope that you have a great day tomorrow and that you make the best of your day tomorrow of Juneteenth. I do. Happy birthday once again to all of our love lights. Yes. Family, I'm going to say it. I am. Remember that we are all in this together. So please be good to you, but be good to those around you. Everybody's going through something. Everybody's dealing with something. Just be easy, be careful, and be kind. God loves you, and so do I. I sure do. Family, I want you to have a great rest of your night, and be sure to join me Monday through Thursday, 7 until 9 p.m. Eastern Time, for another edition of Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Happy Juneteenth, family, and have a great night.